Hello everyone, today we are going to be making a patriotic arrangement. I am just using this blue container that we had. We sold these last year. They are currently out of stock. The supplier quit making them. So use whatever container that you would like. This one is roughly 7.5 inches and about 4 inches tall. But again, you can use whatever container that you want to use. And for this design, I think we are going to add a bow. A lot of times with my floral arrangements, I will not add a bow, but when it's seasonal like this, you know, patriotic, Christmas, Easter, things like that, a lot of times I will go ahead and add a bow. If it's going to be an everyday, spring, summer, just something for the home that's not really seasonally themed, a lot of times I will not add a bow, but for this one we will. So I am just going to be using this really pretty D. Stevens check ribbon, and we're just going to do a really simple bow. So I think we're going to do maybe, let me see. A lot of times I'll do 3 loops, but I think I may go ahead and make this bow a little bit bigger today. Let me play for a second. And I'm going to go, I think I'm going to leave these about the same size. Let's do maybe 4 loops. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off. You can see how nice and strong that wire is. That's why I love this D. Stevens and Ferris ribbon, y'all. I'm just going to get a pipe cleaner here. Zoom you guys out just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Of course, I have plenty of tutorials on my website, not on my website, on YouTube. And you can see how I did those bows. And we also have our private membership group open. So if you are wanting to learn more in a private setting, you also get 20% off all products in the shop. We would love to have you join our designer circle group. You can visit tctcrafts.vip, and there's also more information down in this tutorial about that. So I am just going to leave that there. Add some glue all around that, and we'll shape it and get it how we want it in a little bit. We're just going to kind of let that set, and we're going to go in now. I have some scrap greenery on my table. Arrangements are perfect for using up your scrap greenery, y'all. So use whatever scrap greenery you have. I'm going to go in with this Vinca. We do not have this in stock anymore. This is a popular one that sells out every single year. No matter how much I order, it's never enough. So I will definitely have to order even more next year. But I am just going to go in with a couple pieces of my Vinca. Not too many right off the bat because we're going to be adding florals, and I have another greenery that we're going to add. So we're just going to add a couple pieces just to kind of anchor our bow a little bit. We get another longer piece, and we'll go kind of back behind there. Oops. I am going to be going a little bit fast. You're mainly going to be watching me kind of design. If you want more of a teaching instruction, again, I would highly encourage you to join our designer circle group. We have lots of tutorials every month, or I say lots, several tutorials every month. We do lives, we have Q&A, you can ask questions, get feedback. All the things, plus a product discount. So if you like to shop our supplies, it almost pays for the membership, especially if you order a lot. Okay, we're gonna stop there for now. I have a couple more pieces of the vinca on my table, but we're gonna get some of our florals added. So for this design, I brought in, we have a new red hellebores, which are fun. So I think we're gonna add some of these. I also have these geranium bushes. I think we still have these in stock, but do not quote me on that. I will look after the tutorial and I will link all the products used down in the description. I also brought in a blue hydrangea. We have some cabbage roses that we might use. So we're just going to kind of go, play as we go. And then I brought in this blue lambsir. Now this is sold out. We had this at Christmas time, but I had this partial bush left, and what better time to use it than for patriotic. So we may tuck a few of those little pieces in there as well. Okay, I'm going to start with my larger floral heads, which are my hydrangeas. Get a couple of these added in here. Okay, I got one bush of the hydrangeas. That's all we're going to use of that. So I'm going to go ahead and chunk my leaves. Sometimes I'll save them, but I've got so much stuff saved, y'all, that I'm not going to worry about saving those. That's where I end up getting so many scraps. Let's add a couple of the hellebores. These are fun. Now these are more, they're not real touch. They're more of an affordable silk, but they're nice. I don't hate them. Picky on my florals, but these are not bad. They're not my favorites, but they're not bad. And I'll put a piece right there. Okay, I just kind of created a little triangle pattern with those. Okay, let's go in now. Let's bring in some white. I do have these roses on, these white roses on my table too. We could use those up. Let's see, but I brought these little cabbage roses. Let's just stick with the plan. And they have these little little bits that we might use. Now these leaves are nice. I'm picky on my leaves, but these ones are actually pretty good. I'm gonna leave them in there. I'm going in a little bit lower. Okay, I think that's all of the full rosebuds we're going to use. We're going to maybe tuck in a couple of these little bits here. Let me see where I want them. We kind of got a little bit more of a hole back from this side. Got one more of those. Okay, let's look at our little blue lambsir here and see if I like it. I think I do. So So we're gonna pop a few of these little blue lamb's ear pieces in here. I have just a couple pieces, so I'm going to see if I can get these in here, because I do not want to have any laying on my table. We're almost done. These little patriotic arrangements like this, and it doesn't have to be patriotic, just any type of little arrangements like this. They're pretty easy to make and they don't take a lot of time, so they're great little shop fillers, or if you sell in like boutique or craft shows, then they are perfect for that. So I'm just going to get some of these little pieces, and then we're going to add a few more touches of that vinca. Kind of tuck those around. We're going to go in now with a few more pieces of our vinca. I want to have a piece kind of coming. We may move this tail. I want a piece kind of coming out of my tail. Or under my tail, I guess is what I'm trying to say. These down a little bit now. I'm still going to leave them a little bit long just until I finish, but give us a little bit more idea what we're working with here. So get a few more pieces. I don't think I want that one there. We might end up pulling that one out. That other vinca. And there we have it, y'all. So I think I'm going to trim my ribbon down just a little bit more. But we have a really pretty patriotic arrangement. This piece here, I'm not sure. We may have to kind of fix it. I like the wispy, creates like a little thriller piece in there, but I'm going to see how it photographs. If it looks too wonky on camera, then I may just trim that little piece down a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are new to our channel, we would love to have you subscribe and hit that little notification bell. You'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. So we hope to see you again. Until later, bye y'all.